Going into this assignment, one of the biggest ethical questions I raised in phase one was whether social media platforms should be held accountable for the pressure and comparison they create. After reading this article, y'all, from the Wisconsin Center for Jerusalem Ethics, I realized that this issue is deeper than just personal feelings. It's really about responsibility and who is responsible for truth, influence, and the impact media has on people. And one of the things that I really thought of and just took away from this was that that stood out to me was how digital media has changed the concept of truth and how information spreads so fast now that accuracy sometimes comes second to attention. And another thing that stood out to me was responsibility. That it's not just about what platforms that we allow, but it's also about what people choose to post, share, and believe. And that the article also showed that everyday people have have influence, which means that everyday people also have an ethical responsibility. I feel like a lot of times that people are using their influence in the wrong way. And if you're going to have influence, why not steward it well? You get what I'm saying? Like, why not do something positive? Why not make good of it? Speaking from like a Christian perspective, I think that we need to lead with authenticity and humility and wisdom when it comes to digital media. Authenticity means being real instead of creating a false image to impress people. Humility reminds us that everything we have isn't for show, and we don't have to constantly prove ourselves online. And wisdom also helps us make better decisions about what we post, what we consume, and how we respond to others. These should be the values that we should go by because it's connected to truth, stewardship, and compassion. Being honest and being responsible with influence and treating people with care. A modern day example, let me think. I feel like a modern day example would be like an influencer, would be like the influencer culture that's on TikTok and Instagram. You see a lot of influencers today show like lifestyles that look perfect, but they don't always show the full reality behind it. And that can create an unrealistic expectations and pressure for people watching. And we end up comparing our real lives to what is basically a performance. Personally, for me, um, I would say that this challenges me to think about how I engage with social media, not just what I post, but how I interpret what I see. It's easy to fall into comparison or assume everything online is real, but this assignment made me realize that I also have responsibility not to let social media define my worth or my timeline. It also pushes me to be more mindful about what I consume and what I share because both can impact other people. Um, yeah, so I feel like overall, social media isn't just about connection anymore, but it's really about like influence and responsibility. And I think moving forward, the real question isn't how we should use social media, but how can we use it ethically. But that's my little TED talk for the day. Thank you guys.